and welcome again. So in this video, let's talk about which test we should choose, IELTS, PTE or OET. So first of all, let's talk about IELTS. I think IELTS is much better for students, those who require 6 each. 6 each bands or 6.5 each. Because scoring more than 8 in IELTS is quite difficult, in my opinion, yeah. But the other thing about IELTS is it's a group test, and there could be 50 to 100 people in your reading, writing session and listening session. And the thing is, sometimes it can be quite distracting. There can be quite long wait times, and people, those who can't focus in group sessions, they shouldn't be taking this test because there will be 50 more students and you'll be doing a reading. And the reading is also more complex in IELTS. I've taken all of these, IELTS, PTE and OET. Yeah, that's why I'm just talking based on my experiences. And reading part is quite complicated in IELTS. It has like really big paragraphs and you have to find, fill in the blanks, the true, false and other stuff in the reading. And then other thing is, good positive thing about IELTS is speaking is in front of an examiner. So if you have any sort of speaking difficulty, let's say you stutter a bit, or your accent, you have a really strong accent, native accent, and you can't do accent reduction, and in that case, speaking in front of an examiner is better, because I don't think they deduct marks for your accent as long as they understand it and they can also clarify it from you. And the other thing is, it's easier to speak when there's a person sitting there, and the examiner, they are quite friendly and they normally gives you they normally give you nice expressions as well, and they acknowledge what you're saying. So sometimes it's easier to communicate to a human being instead of computer. And the other thing is, topics are general. It can be anything: visit to a farm, visit to a religious place, visit to some other area, or any experience, any your favorite car, or anything. It literally can be anything. So in this speaking, you have to prepare for things like in regarding general daily life. You have to listen to vlogs on YouTube, travel vlogs, etc., and the other people explaining daily life things, because topic can be anything. And I find it difficult because I'm a nurse. It's easy for me to communicate in my own profession. If you ask me to talk about a recipe or talk about travel, honestly, I'm unable to say anything about it, and I will make so many grammatical errors and other errors when I try to speak, and I can't even find the words. So this can be a difficulty. But the most of the IELTS centers, they have a list. So if you're preparing for IELTS, make sure you join a center. They normally have a list of the topics which are commonly coming, and they also have lots of students and they receive the recent topics from them as well. So it's easier. And it uses a formal writing pattern. Check on Google related to Harvard writings and other university writings. This is the format it uses. So some of the teaching institutes, they will tell you to write examples or write some other like daily use words in the writing section. Please don't do it. The writing should have formal way, should have complex structures, correct 100% correct grammar, 100% correct punctuation, 100% correct spellings as well. So there's no excuse in that one. So use formal pattern. But for the students, for 6 band, 6.5, it's a good test in general, but make sure you go to an institution or any YouTube good nice channel for preparation. Next comes OET. This is my favorite because it's related to my profession. So the listening part, uses all the things which a patient could say or a doctor's conversation, things which we use in our hospital and our studies. In India, we study in English, nursing and doctors and physiotherapists, we study in English. So most of the words are from my profession. And vocabulary is also related to my profession. Writing is quite easy and you can make a template about it. Mostly it will be a referral letter to a hospital, referring patient to physio, or explaining a patient, or a discharge summary. So I'm really confident in that one. So, and you can make a template at home. You can make template about these general topics and then you can use the same template. And speaking is also related to your profession. Same, if your accent isn't like you have your native accent and you struggle to create sentences related to other topics like I do, and also it is with a patient and they don't expect you to use so complicated sentences or difficult words or difficult vocabulary. They want you to be as simple as it can be. It should be simple and understandable, and you can speak slowly. You don't have to speak fast. You don't have to be very fluent. You should have a bit of compassion the way you say it. Imagine talking to a sick person, right? You will be really empathetic, polite, kind, and you can take your breaks. But you can't explain things wrong way. This is the main thing. So you need to take their consent, and if you're explaining about a drug, make sure you keep it simple and you keep asking them, do you understand it? Do you want me to clarify it? So speaking, I found it easier as compared to other two tests. And yeah, and I got B in each section. I wanted 8 and more, so that's why I had to take PTE as well. I'm not really sure that we can get A in all sections, like how easy it is. But in order to get your registration, I think go for OET instead of IELTS. If you are physiotherapist, nurses, the profession where OET is recognized, I would say go for it. Now PTE. There's a tricky part. It scores more based on the fluency and pronunciation, and it's less focused on grammar in speaking, not in other sections, in speaking. That's what my experience was. I've taken it for 3 times because I wasn't getting 90 score in every section. I wanted that for my point towards my migration, but doesn't really care. And you can make a template about the explain graph sections. Please watch my speaking video. I've explained in detail that how you can get 90 marks in speaking. So make a template and then you can go with it, but you have to keep same fluency and pronunciation throughout the speaking section. That's the trick. If you stutter or if your native accent is strong, try to use Google speech to text. If it can't recognize you, then don't go for PTE. Because if Google speech to text can't recognize your words, PTE won't be able to recognize and you will get very low marks in speaking. So, and fluency as well. We can't use, for example, these kind of pauses. And also the other trick is if you take pause on wrong spot, it will also deduct marks. For example, if I read first sentence, scores more based on fluency and pronunciation. So this is how you speak, right? Or let's say I say, I like to read books. If I say I like to read books, so I took this pause where it wasn't needed, PTE will deduct your marks. So the pauses should be at right spots. And then the other good thing about PTE is sections are tested together. There are 2 sections, I think, reading, writing, or writing, speaking, and things like that. If you're really weak in one section, that's okay. You'll still be all right. And reading is quite easier than IELTS. It's 1 paragraph and multiple choice question. 1 paragraph, true, false. It's not like a 3-page essay like in IELTS. So reading is easier in this one. And writing topics are also easy. We can find it on search engines. So it's very easy there as well, writing. And there are more chances to score higher in PTE as compared to IELTS. And people, those who are nervous, shy, introverts, go for PTE. There are no people. You will have your own computer. You don't have to deal with any human being. So you'll be more comfortable in PTE. And if you're looking for high scores, 8 bands and above for migration, go for PTE. If you're looking for registration, go for OET. If you're a student, go for IELTS. Scoring 8 band equivalent in IELTS, I think is very difficult. So yeah, hope you like my video. Please contact me for any help. This is my email ID, and please also leave your comments in the comment box. Thank you.